that golden sight, making profits left and right. Candlesticks, the dance we know, green and red like disco flow. Trading all day, don't let go, cash that wave and let it show. Success is calling, don't be late. With Moji we calibrate, stack that cash like we've got faith. In the market we'll create, buy low, sell high, that's the creed. Day by day we feel the need, victory is guaranteed when you follow Moji's lead.
Hey traders, good morning, good morning. I'm OG every day, Monday through Thursday at 9:20. I trade live futures. This week I'm using TopStepX. I break down my live trades, setups, and my risk and mindset for each and every trade. So if you are working on your consistency, or if you're grinding through a prop firm and or a prop firm challenge, you're in the right spot. And now let's get ready to go. As you can see on the screen here, I have my trigger chart and the TopStepX chart. And all these tools you see on the trigger chart are powered by TWA indicators. That is TWA indicators. I believe it's one of the most powerful indicators that is on the market that not many people know about. So we're trying to get the word out. Right now, I'm going to show you the most powerful indicator that I like from TWA indicators, and that's that top yellow bar. You see that? That's called the TPO. I'm going to get the full name for you. Okay, TPO candles. What it does, it's a great probability indicator of shorts, longs, or bearish, bullish, and chop. What we see here is yellow. That is chop. What does that mean? For me personally, in my rule set, when I see that yellow, I do not enter trades. I'm going to say that again. When I see chop, I personally do not enter trades. Because every time I have, what I've noticed based on my setups is when this chop is here, it would go, let's say, 4 points in my direction and then 6 points of drawdown. Then it might go 3 points in my direction and then to 7 points of drawdown. Are you seeing the relationship there? So I've back tested this for over a year and a half, and that's what I found. That every single time my mindset gets all shambled and all crazy, I trade it and then I get messed up. So that's the TPO indicator by TWA indicators. That one right there can save you so much money. Not financial advice, just personal experience. So right now that's yellow. If you see the dashboard, which is the box in the top right hand corner, you can see we have a range. We're in a range. Order, just think of it this way. If you see it with red or green, right, bullish, bearish, right now there's none. That means a range. We have the ATR labeled right there for you. We have the overall trend. That one's going to be taken out pretty soon because the ones that are really important is the session control and the price range, especially if you're a day trader trading during the day. Those are two that you really want to look at. And you can see how they're mixed, meaning session control is bearish, but price action is retracement. So let's think of this logically. So how can something be bearish but then retrace? That's telling me it can go either way. And at this particular time, it's chopping, and you can see it. Like this is the past half hour, and it's just been Look, this is a beautiful example. TPOs clicked off from yellow. We had good movement, right? Thinking possibly maybe the long could happen, and then we got pushed back down. Fine, it happens. But ever since then, we've been caught in a chop. So my suggestion, if you're watching this stream and you see that yellow indicator, uh, be very careful and manage your risk carefully on your trades. And now we're going to just wait for the open. So good morning, everybody. Welcome to the stream again. Now we got that out of the way. I like to trade to music. So hello, John. Good morning. Let's get some music on this. Let me go with everybody's favorite calming music because today's going to be a choppy day. We're going to get something calm. We also have the news right on top here. If anything worth tuning into, I will put it on the screen for you so you have an idea what's going on in the overall market. It's always good to have. I want to thank an excellent trader, Cloud, for explaining to me how important it is to know an all-around view. And he's going to be on, we're going to have guests on starting next week again. So we're going to have guest traders on here. I got to get them on camera though. So we'll see. We'll see if maybe they'll hit the gym to get on camera. Who knows? Let's see. So we're almost at open. We have about 15 seconds. I got my my Jocko Go energy drink ready to go. And in 3, 2, 1. Okay, and we're open. Let's pop this sucker open to see, and let's trade it. All right, so again, we're open. We are considered expensive on the 4-hour forecaster. That's the boxes you see, the gray box. However, we are in a chop and a range, so be very careful trading. Be very careful entering a trade. Reduce your risk. And yes, if you do trade, if you do get these indicators and you use the TPO indicator, and you're like, oh, it's such a good setup, maybe I should get it there. That's fine, do it. Just understand the probability is price will go in your direction and then chop back up and go back down, and you have to live through that before the move that you're looking for may happen. And you see it right there, came all the way down, which was great, and it popped up basically almost back to where this is perfect. It dropped down, it came back to where you maybe would have entered, and now you would have been in drawdown if you've taken a short. Now if you're looking long, you're in this long, right? Let's say you took it right at the blue Gabby button, you're in it. Now let's see if the chop stays or if it starts to go away. And remember, this is only a 30-second chart that you see here on the trigger chart. That's a promising sign that the trigger candles are switching to bullish. I really would love that TPO to click off. Excuse me. Alright, I'm gonna check my analysis charts. Okay, so one daily says we're in range. The other one is we're right against some strong monthly levels. I consider strong. Okay, let's go here to the game plan. All right, good news is if you like probability indicators, that's one is saying chop, the other one is saying bullish, so that's good for if you're looking to go bullish today. Oh, hold on a second. Oh my, hold on a second. Wait, something's changed. Something has changed. Let me just update this because this was not like that earlier today. Okay. This is interesting. So I'm seeing something very interesting here. I'm seeing one bearish statement, one chop, expensive. Okay. I don't have a secure bias just yet. The reason being is because on my analysis, I'm seeing some bearish signs. However, on my present price action, it's bullish. So I'm just going to wait a little bit. I'm going to wait till the story starts to change a bit. Plus, we're only 5 minutes into the open, so there's no rush. No rush at all. Sorry, I felt the sneeze coming. It's allergy season here, so it's really messing around with like I might sound like I have a cold, but I don't. It's just congestion from the allergies. Let's see if we get a setup for a short. One thing I don't like at present time is that the probability oscillator is bullish right now. So let's see if it wants to change over. I would love it for it to change over. That would be amazing. All right, so what do we have here? So we got this here, that there. Yikes. All right. Might be a short opportunity coming up. I might go 2 contracts. It's just that we're so early in the open. Sell button went away. I don't like that. Nah, I'm steering clear. I said yesterday when I hear myself say this is bullish, that's bearish, this is blah 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 blah. You just gotta keep your hands off the keyboard. There's this nice setup. See, maybe that could have been the setup of the morning. So let's clarify some stuff up a little bit. Seeing on my analysis chart, I have 2 bearish signals, and I see 2 bullish. So that's 50-50 so far. Price action on the 30-second is bullish. Probability oscillator at present time is bullish. We were in a chop, now they clicked off. Price at present time is considered to be expensive based on the 4-hour forecaster. I think I may take a 2 contract short here. ATR's 13. Oh, TPO's a little yellow. And I was gonna enter too. I'm actually glad, because that kind of saved me. Alright, so not much trading wise, nothing much happening right now. Nothing much to me feel confident to enter a trade. I'm gonna stick to two micros today. I don't like how we started the day with a chop. Let's see, the first 10 minutes of the market, we went back and forth. All right, so while we wait, I'm gonna put on the news. So we have.
Well, you know, but America, will the dollar get weaker? I don't know. That's a slightly different. I think you could see rates go up, the long bond rates go up, and you know that might slow down the growth, and that's how we you know, kind of a stagflation kind of scenario.
What do you tell? I mean, you must see President Trump regularly. What do you tell? I mean, what would you tell him?
I talked to all the folks there. I wrote about my chairman's letter. I mean, we have first of all, America should worry about things we can do better. You know, I call it blue tape. I mean, we are out of control. We're doing the same stuff that they did here. That virtually, the American public may not know. The GDP per person in Europe has gone from something like 90% of Americans to 65%, and they did it to themselves. Rules, regulations, overcomplication. They started the European Union, which I think is a huge accomplishment of mankind. They got to finish it. And here they call it the Capital Markets Union, the Banking Union. They have to create a big common market of 450 million people. And so in America, it's the same thing. It's regulations, it's permitting. We've wasted a lot of money in the green economy. It's getting jobs back. It's training in schools. It's fixing immigration. So we've stopped at the border, but now we have to have a more merit-based immigration, more seasonal immigration. Things that can help the country grow. And then we have to work on our military alliances, our economic alliances, and that's for the sake of the future free and democratic world.
But So on the economic alliances, is there a concern that actually certain countries in Europe or elsewhere will choose non-U.S. bank for bond issuances, will choose non-U.S. asset managers to manage their pensions?
Yeah, there'll be a little of that. We irritate a lot of people. So I run into them. They say, like they're not buying our, Kentucky bourbon or something like that. There'll be some of that, and I think it's perfectly reasonable for. I spoke to a lot of investors here. They're thinking about their asset allocation to the United States. Will they diminish that? Possibly. Is America a bad investment destination? No. If you were to take all of your money and put it in one country, it would still be America. I mean, it's still the most prosperous nation on the planet. It's got the best military on the planet. It's got huge amounts of innovation. People are catching up. That's a good thing. China's doing some very good innovation in medical and AI, and we should assume they're going to continue to do that. But America's still got the best. Our GDP per person is $85,000. China's $15,000. We don't have anything to be ashamed about. We should fix our problems because we could grow a lot faster, which help all of our citizens.
But if you put out too many tariffs and actually too much uncertainty, does that not squander actually a lot of the assets that the U.S.
A little
has?
bit. I mean, I think they're doing the right thing now, which is to back off of it. Let the Secretary of Treasury do the hard work of figuring out what's the right thing to do. If there are unfair trade things, do something about it. But they have backed off of specific things in specific industries, and I think that's the right thing to do. I think the first thing was very large, that everything, everywhere, all at once, and now they're, kind of backing to where I think they should be.
In terms
but even at this level, it causes that kind of uncertainty. Even at this level, you see people holding back on investment and thinking through what they want to do. Thinking about how much you're going to put in the United States, and I mean, we're going to be okay, but it is causing that uncertainty.
We were looking at the president, of course, in the Middle East, where there were deals that were signed, and a lot of Wall Street, some of your competitors there. What's your strategy for the Middle East? How much do you want to grow there?
Well, we grow everywhere. I mean, we go country by country. We look at, we bank countries, cities, schools, states, hospitals, big companies everywhere. We have a network effect. So when we bank Bloomberg, we're banking you in the United States, we're banking you in London, we're in Paris, we're banking you in Europe, we're banking you in the Middle East. That's what we do. So almost every one of those countries, we're growing. As they grow, we grow. We cover, more of their institutions. Overseas, we're institutional. In the United States, we also have consumer. And so, as you know, we're doing.
Yeah, and you're growing actually that retail business a lot in the UK. What's next for that?
We hope to grow it more in the UK, add some products, and eventually we've already announced we're going to go to Germany. I think we have a chance to build a great digital bank, and we have competitive advantages. We have a brand, we have research, we have a balance sheet, we got capabilities. We're going to add, we're not going to announce it today, we're going to add more capabilities over time, so that, and then someone like you, if you travel to the United States and to the UK, you're going to be able to move your money between Chase US and Chase UK on your phone. So we're going to add things that make your life better as a consumer of our banking product.
You certainly caused some waves in talking about return to the office. I think there might have been a little bit swearing.
I emoted a little bit,
in there, or not? Have people listened?
Yeah.
Has your staff come back full time?
Listen, first of all, I did emote there. I emote, people know me, and I don't really care about that. I don't worry about it. But I want to answer the guy asked a legitimate question. And I gave it a very detailed answer about why it doesn't work for young people, why it doesn't work for management, why it doesn't work for innovation. I completely applaud your right to not to want to go to the office every day. But you're not going to tell JP Morgan what to do. And I think we already have 10% of jobs at home. I'm not against work from home. I'm against work from home that doesn't work. And then, of course, the press made a big deal about the petition and all that. It was like not even a mosquito.
Okay.
Most people are back. Some people, we've had no additional attrition. We had to make some modifications. We didn't have enough seats in certain areas, and we'll be a better company. And I think our employees will be happier over time. And the younger people learn the right way. It's an apprenticeship system, and you can't learn working from your basement.
Jamie Dimon, thank you so much for joining us today. That was, of course, the Chief Executive Officer of JP Morgan. I'm going to send it back to you in New York, John.
Francine, thank you. Appreciate the update. Francine Lacroix over in Paris, France, with Jamie Dimon, the CEO and Chair of JP Morgan, as we approach some economic data just moments away, waiting for a cleaner read on the US economy, not how we feel about the economy, what we're doing, retail sales, and we know the consumer has not been feeling great.
Well, they haven't been feeling great, but they've been doing retail therapy, which has been the difficult aspect when you're trying to understand what this means for the road ahead. I do think that Walmart's earnings really place a spotlight on whether the resilience of the consumer is a good thing or a bad thing. If you have a resilient consumer, that is still spending and able to absorb higher prices but not feeling great. Is that kind of speculation?
Okay, so I love hearing him speak, the chairman, J.P. Morgan. I like what he has to say. So let's just jump back into the market real fast. You see, we had a nice little sell call out here for a short. I did not take it because the TPOs are yellow. That's just my rule. But you can see, if this was gray and this was one, well, you can see how we're starting to see some change now in the probability oscillator. At least the center line is always first. It's always going to change first. See how you had that cross with that. To me, this is a very good timer for the short. Well, let me just take that out. However, look, this could really work in that favor for the short, and I just might have just missed it, but whatever. Can't get them all. Can't get them all. So let's see what. Let's go back to the news and. So, what am I waiting for? I need, for me personally, to feel comfortable taking a trade, feel comfortable putting risk on the table. I like seeing the TPOs off. Right? They don't have to be in my direction. I just like seeing them off, meaning I don't want them yellow. Because I can trade either way, long or shorts, depending on where we are and charts and levels and things like that. But with that probability indicators saying it's chop, it makes me hesitate, and I know when I hesitate, I don't trade well. So I just have to wait till that completely turns off, and then once it's off and my entry triggers, fire off, bang, 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 then I could take a trade. Till then, there's not much I would do. So let's listen to some news.
Snapshot of the curve, the 2-year, 10-year and 30-year. Yields briefly dropping below 450. Thanks to those levels at the moment, we're down about 2 or 3 basis points across the curve. On the 2-year, just north of 4%, where we have closed every single day so far this week on a 2-year yield. Lisa, just a slight downside surprise on PPI.
Yeah, so you have that coming after the slight downside surprise on CPI. I'm going back to the control group of retail sales. I think that's important, the fact that it came in a negative figure. It came in at negative 0.2% versus the expected 0.3% gain. And the fact that this is not causing more of a rally in the long end of the yield curve is notable. You do see a little bit of a bid into 30-year yields, but still 4.96%. This to me highlights something else is really driving this, and it's hard to really understand the forward look from data that portrays that, yeah, there are some cracks in the consumer.
We can go back to Mike McKee for a second look, so let's choose just that. And just a moment we can talk to Mike about retail sales, PPI, jobless claims. Mike, you're taking a second look at things. What do you see?
Well, there is some effect of the tariffs in some of the PPI goods numbers, a 9.4% rise in the index for cold rolled steel, indexes for electric power, utility natural gas. We already saw that in this.
By the way, I'm going to be looking for shorts.
Chemicals also moved lower, but it's really a services story in the PPI here. Prices for services were down by, prices for services were up 0.7, or down 0.7, and the goods were unchanged. I got that right now with all this jumping around here. And a lot of that was airfares and also portfolio management. So we did see, as Jamie Dimon said, perhaps not as good a quarter for the banks so far as people might think, given the volatility in the markets.
Mike, thank you. We'll come back to you in about 6 minutes' time to get an update with Chairman Powell. Expecting him to speak a little bit later this morning. We'll turn to the equity market. Lisa, recovering. Equity futures down by just 0.25% now.
There is this feeling that the disinflation is a positive thing, and the fact that the headline figure for retail sales coming out positive is also a good thing. I'm not sure what to make of it, though, really, because I don't really have an understanding of just what this data means, how much people are relying on it, how reliable it is for a forward look. And frankly, it just feels like people are watching other things. Maybe it's a headline that just dropped from Doha that really is moving things around.
I've felt like that every single day we've had economic data. It's almost impossible to get a clear read on anything.
Totally. I mean, so if I said to you, well, it's a clear, direct response to the fact that retail sales control group was down 0.2%, I'd be completely lying because I have no clue. There is a feeling that it is interesting that this economic data does not have a very clean read in the market because
I mean, I could have told you that with the yellow TPO. They would have had TWA indicators. They'd be like, oh, it's going to be choppy today, guys.
From ADP, Neela Wapner,
If you agree, give me a like.
what's going on here? Give us a clear picture of what's happening in the US economy.
Good morning. It's mixed, and I think that's what you're seeing in the data. Now, if you're looking really for some good news on inflation, you found it today. And that is the through line. And also, if you're looking for good news on the labor market, you see it continue. So those initial jobless claims still at historical lows, that is hopeful for an economy built on consumption. But when you turn to the consumer and you bring in that soft data of consumer being downbeat, and we know that consumers went out and they stockpiled on durables, on cars and vehicles. What we're seeing in April is a moderation from that stockpiling, and maybe starting to really reflect new economic vulnerabilities. We left the last Fed meeting with two risks at our disposal. We left the risk of slower growth.
Like, what are these allegations actually about?
Yeah, so the way this business works is that when you sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan from a private insurer, that plan gets a premium from the government to provide your Medicare benefits. So they get a monthly payment for all of your care. And that payment is adjusted based on how sick you are. If you have cancer or diabetes or other conditions, the government pays them more to take care of you because your expected costs will be higher. Now, that system has been the subject of a huge amount of controversy because of the way that insurance companies.
So I find that funny when we were hearing the reports before, and now that was pre-market, right? And how they look at the words they were saying: mixed, unsure, some's good, some's bad, whatever, blah blah blah. And then if you look at the indicators here, this is how I learned to read charts, through these indicators, right? I don't claim to be a financial analyst. I'm nothing like that. I'm just a regular person who was really fortunate to find a place where they do what I'm really good at. They take what's very hard to explain and they simplify it in a way that's easy to understand, and that you can create context and take it from there. That's why I really love TWA indicators, because they were made with the purpose of this is very complex inner workings of everything you see on my screen here. But unless you're in the field to understand what each and everything and identify every complex part of it, you'll be there for years just to understand it, and then you just miss the entire point of why it was made. It was made to make analysis simpler, make trading simpler, and you can come up with your own way. If you're a trader and you've been successful, having tools like this in your toolbox can help you take it to another level. If you're brand new, it can help you get to a level. If you're coming back into the game, it can help you with whatever weak points you can have. If you get too emotional, it help you be mechanical, so on and so forth. It's such a beautiful range of items that these indicators can help you with. Or it could just be where you just enjoy talking markets and talking trading and just get a different perspective. So I know for me, in my journey, once these were created and taught and I back tested and I tested, I was able to make sense out of it to be more consistent. You can see we've been in the chop this whole time. There's been moments where you could have, scalped here and there. I'm not saying there's not opportunity, but for the way I trade, the way I like to trade, this is not ideal market conditions for me to trade. So I am looking short. And my long-term analysis is saying, long-term meaning the whole day, is bearish. I like where we are stuck right here in price. We're going to have a new 4-hour in about 30 seconds or so. Let's see what the new context says. And let's see if that changes the TPO coloring for us. And if not, it's going to be one of those days where it's a great day because you just had to stay away. I'll stay away and then I'll work on something else. I heard this great thing today on I think it was a short, where there's two types of traders. You're either an RR trader. I had to look up what that meant. That's a risk and reward trader, or a WR trader, a win rate trader, right? And I love the way they used. They broke it down like that, because when I go bolo on some of these combines and stuff, I'm a win rate trader. I'm looking to get the highest percentage of wins, shortest amount of time. In this combine, in this XFA, I'm an R&R trader. That means I'm looking for risk and reward. I'm very picky, very patient. I may not trade on a live stream. I don't care. Not that I don't care about you guys. I obviously want to make this as entertaining and informational as possible. But it's also good to see, hey, you know what? You don't have to trade something if you just don't like the conditions. That's a lesson that I'm working on now, and it's taken me a while to really understand and practice. It's like anything you do. You got to practice it. So on the XFAs, I don't go bolo. I don't do it. That's just who I am. Some combines I will if I want to pass them fast. And I have a setup for that. That's what you were seeing before. Before I put on the probability oscillator. The probability oscillator is my patient waiting. I can get $1 one day. I can get negative $50. I could be positive 600. Like, it's about the end of the week. And when all the analysis is matching nicely, I will scale up. Like, let's say from 5 micros to 10, depending on my capital size. And hopefully catch a nice long trade with more contracts. But right now, we're in the chop. So let me know out there. Let me know if have you put in a trade? Type yes or no in the chat. Have you put in a trade today? Or are you like me and you see this yellow TPO and just decided, screw it, I'm gonna have make myself a breakfast sandwich if you're on my time zone, or if you're overseas in Europe, you're gonna have lunch. Is it lunch? It should be lunch now. Lunch, or just go down to the pub and put me on the mobile, get a nice beer, and just relax. If you're at work, I mean, I don't know what kind of work you do. You don't want to be drinking at work, unless that's your thing. I know a lot of you out there work during the day, so you're not missing anything. You didn't miss, if this is your side hustle, you didn't miss a move. Don't force it, because this is a time frame right now that nothing's been missed. TPOs are turning off. Of course, once I say nothing's been missed, TPOs turn off. I will be looking for a short. Oh yeah, the great thing about the TPOs is that no matter what time frame you have it on, it's connected to a higher time frame. So it's not like it's gonna flip back and forth because you're on a lower time frame, right? All right. So let's see if let's see. Yeah, we are stuck right here. I'm gonna put this out there. Who would be interested in actually seeing a video about each of these indicators I have here? What they do, the settings, stuff like that. Who would be interested in? And the data behind it. Meaning, what's the percentages of hitting 7 points, 10 points? Who wants to see stuff like that? Let me know out there. Just waiting for a trade. I think the short's coming. Give it about 10 minutes. Okay. See, I like the TPOs are off. In the expensive area. Up to 3. get ready to enter. Stay on for me. Oh, come on. Are you serious? Are you serious, man? Ugh. That sucks. Man, that stinks. So, I was getting ready to enter this short, and the TPO candle just clicked right back on. Ugh. All right. I'm gonna do the smart thing. I need to take a little break. I need to walk away from the computer a little bit. Sometimes this is real trading. I'll be right back, and I will have the news on while I take a walk and clear my head a little bit. All right, I'll see you guys in about let's say about 3 minutes.
According to Chief Financial Officer John David Rainey, saying that if you've not already seen it, price hikes will happen in May and then it will become more pronounced. And so keep in mind, of course, Walmart is just the opening salvo for retailers in the US. We have Home Depot and Target reporting next week, and so, or in the coming weeks. And so that begs the question as well, will these same retailers raise their prices as well? And what would that mean for the American consumer?
I mean, you see, I get Walmart can push through price increases, but how about the small retailer? What are they going to do when their costs go up? How much can they pass through? I don't know. I mean, again, Walmart, Target, I get it. We've seen it before, but so many smaller retailers might have some margin problems. Christina Aquino, thank you so much for that report. Christina Aquino, managing editor for Markets Live, joining us live here in our Bloomberg Interactive Broker studio. The president, of course, making a whirlwind trip through the Middle East. Lots of trade deals, announcements following the president's travels through the Mideast. Emery Horton's been there every step of the way. She is the chief political correspondent and a Bloomberg surveillance co-host. Anne-Marie, where are you today, and what's the news from where you are today?
I'm in Abu Dhabi. The president's been pretty quick to make sure he's hitting all the main stops in the Gulf. So Tuesday we were in Riyadh, and then we went on to Doha, and then this afternoon, morning in New York, he touched down in Doha, doing some cultural events, and then of course he's going to have a state dinner this evening with the president, Mohammed bin Zayed. It's the first time in more than a decade, almost 2 decades, where we've seen a U.S. president come to the United Arab Emirates. What we're really waiting on is whether or not we are going to see more of those deals. We've reported that likely, given the fact this administration has been weighing it, we could see the Emirates get their hands on more than 1 million chips, advanced chips from the likes of NVIDIA. And this comes on the heels in March when Sheikh Tahnoun, I reported, had this meeting with the president, and then they said they're willing to invest $1.4 trillion, but they need to get their hands on the technology first.
We have a Yardeni research note that says from tariff man to global salesman, and really, we have one headline after another just about the trade deals that Trump has been making. Can you talk to us more about his singling out of Tim Cook and why that is the case?
Well, he started talking about India and how India is ready to lower their tariff barriers. This has been a long time coming, given the fact that we did see Prime Minister Modi be one of those first in line to go to the White House to see President Trump after he was inaugurated as the 47th president, and those discussions started immediately. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do get some sort of announcement during this 90-day reprieve that India has reached an agreement with the United States. But while the president was talking about India, he said that he had a difficult conversation. He's a little bit annoyed, it seems, with Tim Cook of Apple. He said he spoke to him yesterday, and he said, look, we don't want you building your plants in India. What we've seen Apple do is trying to de-risk out of China and move their supply chains, their manufacturing from China to India. And the president's saying, we want you to move that manufacturing to the United States. What is interesting is that throughout this entire trip, the president has been flanked by CEOs. He is viewing this entire trip through a lens of economic relationships, and that has to do with the private sector as well. On Tuesday in Riyadh, the president saw Jensen Huang of NVIDIA in the audience, said, my friend Jensen's here. So excited you're here. I don't see Tim Cook here, but you are. And then today, while he was speaking in Doha before he touched down in Abu Dhabi, he once again called out Tim Cook. And obviously, he is notably a CEO that is absent on this world tour.
So anytime, Anne-Marie, that the head of the United States is in that part of the world, the Middle East, the discussion...
All right, so I'm back.
President Trump saying that the USA and Iran are closer to reaching a nuclear deal. What's the latest reporting on that?
All right, I'm back. So you can see nothing much happened. I had to walk away. I had to clear my head a little bit. Yeah, this is real life trading. This is what I learned it's mostly about. This, something's picking up. You can see some news or something is dropping. Let's check the TopStepX dashboard, the Trader Hub. We have EU chief speaking. EU's trade chief speaks. And you got U.S. business inventories lower than expected. Okay, we have natural gas. Man, oh man. The setup was there, right? The setup was there, but we're still in a chop, and that is so frustrating. But look at it on the other side. Look at the benefit, right? What's the benefit of not entering and everything? Because we're in a chop, right? There's no guarantee that that trade would have gone in that direction. But there is a guarantee that me not entering that trade definitely didn't cost me anything. I'm gonna give this market another 10 or so minutes. See if it wants to get out of this chop by the morning, and if not, you know what, we're gonna end the week on a good note because we're green for the week, and gotta just refresh and get ready for the next week. And just, see what happens. So again, so if you're just tuning in, you did not miss much. I'm OG. We're trading live every day, Monday through Thursday, in the mornings, where I break down any setups, trades, and the markets for high probability setups and the cleanest trades we can possibly get. Today is not a day for the cleanest trades because of the highlighted indicator for TWA indicators on the top. It's called the TPO indicator. Okay, in a real simple way to view it, if it's gray, you're good either way. Meaning, a short could go, for me, it's okay to enter a short or a long. If it is green, longs are better plays. If it's red, shorts are better plays. If it's yellow, there's no play. It's a chop. So you can see all morning, we've been here for an hour now, and it's been an hour of chop. And we've had a bunch of signals. We have had a bunch of sell signals, we had buy signals in the same hour. And what's kept me out of it is the yellow TPO. So this is so my mindset right now, I'm a bit frustrated because I saw a nice setup for a short coming, and it just got shut down by the TPO. And you can see we came down a bit, and we're just shooting right back up. We'll probably come down again. So probably later in the day, maybe by 2 o'clock, there'll be a move. I'm not going to be on the charts by then. Because I like trading up to 2 hours a day. That's it. Kudos to you if you can trade more hours in a 24-hour day. Kudos to you, because I can't do that. I can't do it because I would just get frustrated. How many moves I thought would happen didn't happen? Nah. If it doesn't happen in 2 hours, then I just wait for the next day. But I strategically planned it for New York because there's most volatility during the New York session, and it's also the end of London, so that's when you technically get more of the moves. The beginning of, where's the money, right? You had a lot of money in the US and in Western Europe, so that's where they're gonna push price either direction. And also, I only have to concentrate on one market. I don't care how London traded. I just care where it went to. What's the high? What's the low? That's what I care about with the previous sessions.
Woke up to the sunlight in my eyes. Today's the day I'll rise and shine. No worries, no fears.
Look like another short setup. Yellow TPO. My hands are in my pocket because I'm getting annoyed. Also, let me know in the chat if you want me to change the schedule to 5 days a week. If you want to trade for a power hour 5 days a week instead of 4. If you do, let me know in the chat. Yeah, John, that TPO saved us. 100%. 100%. It saved us. Because this has been a bunch of garbage today. You know what sucks too? As soon as I end the stream, something will turn off and whatever. It's alright. Let's get back to business here. All in all, it's been a great trading week. Really staying true to the process. This week has been it's been a green week. This has definitely been a week of practicing that process over profits line that you hear. This is definitely a week that showed that. And we've been trading the XFA this week. From TopStep. I'm not trading anything else right now. I do have accounts with another firm, but I'm just taking a break. I just want to concentrate on TopStep for now. And Alrighty. You know what we're doing now. Let's wrap this up. Let's do it. Let's lock it out. Trust the journey, trust the ride. With each turn I know I'll glide. In this joy I'll always reside. Feeling good, I'll never hide. Got that confident vibe inside my soul. Living my life in cruise control. Nothing can stop me now, I know. I'm moving fast, I'm on a roll. Living my life in cruise control. Nothing can stop me now, I know. I'm moving fast, I'm on a roll. Alright, okay. It's that time. It's a wrap. Let's wrap this up. You know what we do. We lock it out all day. There you go. Lock this out. Hey, you know what? Sometimes you just gotta know when to fold it. Come back another day. So thank you everybody so much. We're wrapping it up. Look, sometimes you'll see me hit trades on here. Sometimes you see me like today, just sit in my hands, not enter a single trade. But you know what? I'm staying focused on my process. It's going to build into profits. So that's exactly what I'm focused on. That's what I want to share with everybody here. And I use that using the TWA indicators. If you want access to any of the tools I use, you can go into the description, fill it out, go to the website. You can buy these tools so you can have them on your chart to help you in your process. Till then, till Monday, we'll trade again. Thank you everybody for coming up, and I will see everybody on Monday. Remember, always process over profits. Protect your capital. Keep trading, keep dreaming, and everybody, you have a great weekend, and I'll see everybody on Monday. Take care.